This is boxing.
Welcome to another exciting week of Against the Ropes. Myself, Gio Garcia. I'm here with Christian Rodriguez and Christian Mosqueda. What's up, guys?
Yeah, having a good time. Ready to talk about boxing.
Let's go.
All right, so we have a lot to talk about today, right?
Yeah.
You guys heard that clip at the beginning, all right? Mr. Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, big announcement. I didn't expect it to come so soon. But, yeah, big with Canelo taking on Britain's Rocky Fielding.
What do you think, Christian?
I was shocked when I heard the announcement. I think you texted it, Chris.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised that he was going to fight December 15, but I was really surprised at who he chose. Because if you look at, like, from our first podcast, we had the idea that, it might be within, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like,
In-house.
it might be David Lemieux.
Yeah.
And it was not nobody, like, outside looking in, like, some other opponent, right? But we were all locked in that it was going to be David Lemieux.
Yeah.
But, again, like...
Especially with Lemieux's big knockout win. And this is...
Yeah, and when I was thinking about last week's podcast regarding Heyman, we were talking about how Mayweather and Heyman look at low risk, high reward,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And and this is the same thing with Canelo right now. Low risk and high reward. And the high reward is what? Obviously, he's going to get paid with pay-per-view numbers. But also the other idea of high reward regarding getting another belt in a different division, right?
Yeah. And it's not a super dangerous fight as like if he were to take on Kalen Smith, who is the true champion of that, that belt, he's taking on the regular title holder.
But I wasn't happy by this. No.
Oh, wow.
But it's crazy because, like, when he was moving up to 160 and he was going to fight Golovkin, people were like, man, is he ready for that division, right?
Yeah.
Against the most powerful puncher, Golovkin. And then on paper, he won that fight. And now he's moving up to 168. That was pretty crazy to me. That was shocking to me. And the fact that he's going to fight at Madison Square Garden, too.
Yeah, we talked about this. This was Golovkin's, first home in the U.S. He made it his own, and that's where he sold a lot of tickets before he came over to the West Coast. And so just got to wonder, is Canelo making a small move?
It's crazy because I thought he was actually going to move down from 160 and not stay there for a long time, but he's actually moving up.
Oh, yeah, that's very shocking. I mean, you think there are more names at 154?
Yeah. Christian doesn't seem too happy.
No, I'm not. I'm not, because if you look at Canelo's history, and I'm talking about like the past 3 years, right? Miguel Cotto, it was fought at 155.
Mm-hmm.
Amir Khan, the next fight was at 147. Then the next fight, Liam Smith, was at 154.
154, yeah.
Then the next fight was Chavez Jr. at 164. And then the next two fights, it was against Triple G at 160. And then you go at 168 the next fight. So I remember we were talking about, like, on the first podcast about whether or not, like, we don't know Canelo's weight class at all.
Yeah.
And you were telling me, well, that doesn't matter anymore. Like, any fighter can fight any other type of, like, pound per pound, like, weight division, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? If that's the new normal, then he's doing a hell of a good job. You remember that? I said that? But still, like, this is not... And I remember we were talking about, we should come up with topics about ways to, like, try to, like, change boxing.
Mm-hmm.
What's one that for sure I would want to bring up?
Yeah. The weight classes.
No catch weights, dude.
Yeah.
In the weight classes. And I'll bring up and I'll emphasize more on that. But, yeah, I don't like the fact that Canelo's going to be fighting at 168 against this man because, first of all, I don't even know who he is at all. Like, I was trying to look at his record, and I can't even find somebody that's
Randy
notable.
Orton?
No,
Out of nowhere?
No, this is not even Randy Orton. So when you told me the news that Canelo was going to fight Rocky, I was stunned.
Like, who's this guy?
I was stunned. It's like...
Is that his name?
Rocky Fielding?
Rocky Fielding, yeah.
Yeah.
I was stunned. It was like, you ever seen when Stone Cold is with Vince McMahon, and they're, like, going to, like, embrace each other with beers, and Vince McMahon's like he takes it, right? And then out of nowhere, he just gets Stone Cold Stunner. That's how I felt. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because, like, Canelo had my respect after the Triple G.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Now that I guess Canelo found my respect, and then last week we were talking about Canelo's gonna have a mandatory, and then that goes my respect goes out the window,
Yeah, with this fight, it kind of reminds me of a Cotto taking on a Daniel Gil. Cotto was 154, but he moved up to 160 against a contender. I mean, he was a contender, but he moved up in weight. But obviously, you see the skill set, the difference. And Cotto blasted him out. There's a reason why they put fighters in the pound for pound rankings. They're just on a different level, and it doesn't matter if you go up. You're pretty much just fighting. I mean, a good fighter, but not not really a challenge.
So that's the only problem you guys have with that fight.
The
fact that the guy has a no name.
It's because the thing is, there's one man that hasn't fought in that division that has actually one of the biggest belts in that division. And he's fought back in June, and that's against Gilberto Ramirez.
Mm-hmm.
That fight between Canelo at 168 would have been sick. But this goes back to what I said: low risk and high reward philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing with Canelo. I don't like that he approached this fight.
I'm proud of him.
I mean, it's a voluntary defense, so it should be easier. I understand that.
Hey man, that's what happens when you're a superstar.
But yeah, that makes sense.
You can do whatever
Canelo
you want.
can fight anybody. He'll still make money.
You know what's crazy though? He moved up to 168 before Triple G did.
Ooh.
Triple G never moved up.
Gio always
That was
with
interesting
the to me. Brings a good point.
I mean, that's true, but
I always saw Golovkin as a naturally bigger man.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't know what's Canelo's weight at all.
Yeah.
We know Triple G's weight,
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I am upset at Canelo, but at the end of the day, I'm upset at boxing in general, because this is what boxing allows people to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if Triple G chases Canelo up to 168? Tries to fight him at that weight class.
That'd be interesting.
That's possible, right?
That's possible, yeah. He is getting older.
Especially
his
at
body
Golovkin's age.
Yeah. It's easier for him to, make weight with his advanced age. Yeah, it would show that he really wants Canelo. Really wants him, but at the same time, I mean, you're right, Gio. Canelo beat him to the weight class.
What is he gonna do? He fights this guy. He wins the belt. Well, he keeps it, or then he vacates it, or what?
I mean, I think there's.
What do you see happening?
Canelo?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Canelo nowadays, I don't think he cares too much about titles. I think just knowing that he's how many division?
Doesn't
champion?
matter, but I get the idea.
Just to know that you're a
number of multiple
division titleist. I can see him coming back to 160 though.
Oh yeah, because there's so many fighters at 160.
Mm-hmm.
There's Daniel Jacobs, David Lemieux, Charlo, Derevchenko, and the most notable fight that you could probably make in money is Triple G Todavía.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
Yeah. And most likely he's gonna have to unless he vacates that 160, but I don't see him doing it. And he's gonna have to face his mandatories after fielding, and that is possibly gonna be Triple G or Charlo, whoever wins.
And the thing is, I don't think it would have been a good idea. We all wanted him to fight David Lemieux in December 15th, but I don't think it would have been a good idea after a war like that against Triple G. That's a lot of tear. Yeah. Your body needs to recuperate afterwards like that. So I understand why he ended up choosing that route, but man,
it's just disappointing.
Just real quick,
Yeah,
I just googled Canelo, and the first thing that came up was Canelo Alvarez is interested in Floyd Mayweather rematch after Rocky Fielding battle. I don't even know if that's relevant, but I just want to tell you guys.
I mean,
just
having that title does entice a Mayweather to come back to get another division. I mean, you don't think so, Chris?
That's never gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Think so?
That's high risk and high.
And Mayweather doesn't take too many high risks.
You can just do that.
He's better off fighting Pacquiao. And
just fight Pacquiao later on.
True. And at this stage of his career, Mayweather is over the belts.
But I just wanted to mention Canelo's last 10 fights. I'll do 11 because Austin Trout is in it, right? Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, Alfredo Angulo, Erislandy Lara, James Kirkland, Miguel Cotto, Amir Khan, Liam Smith, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Gennady Golovkin twice. And now he's going to fight Rocky Fielding at 168.
I mean, you can't knock off
it's
Canelo's
good names.
resume.
But how?
Yeah.
How were the names acquired? leading up to Triple G, right? You even had a trainer, Virgil Hunter, after the Amir Khan fight, is like, you need to stop hiding behind the flag and fight Triple G.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he fought him.
He did step up. I see this
And he
Rocky.
beat him.
I see this Rocky fielding as a kind of like a Liam Smith fight. He's just a bigger guy,
Yeah.
but it's a very limited fighter.
How tall is this man?
I know nothing about him.
Rocky Fiend. Oh, say okay. Canelo is 5'8",
Seems like he was a
and
tall guy.
Who?
Rocky
Yeah.
is where are you? Where are you? Doesn't say his height. Oh,
Well, you can see how this would be a good look, like for the casual fans, right? Because be like,
Oh, yeah.
shit, Canelo went up to 168 and knocked out this
Bigger guy.
bigger dude.
That's the
and won
thing.
the title.
When you when the news came out, everybody was praising Canelo that moving up
Yeah.
weight.
You don't give him credit for that?
No.
Your respect for Canelo lasted 1 week, Chris.
Yeah. 1 week.
I mean, he's moving up. He's fighting a title list. It's not like he's fighting like a fringe contender. He is fighting a title.
Here's my thing. If he was going to do, this was the outcome for December 15, man, take the December off. Enjoy the holidays and just fight in May and September.
Why, man? He's going to win a
I mean,
title at 168.
I mean, I guess he wants to get his voluntary. Out of the way, because he does have to fight.
During the time frame.
Yeah, for May, September for that mandatory.
So this guy's 6'1".
Tall guy.
So interesting.
Yeah, I don't see Canelo having too much trouble with them.
Hey, man, he's a big dude.
But it should be
Never know.
interesting, because the Rocky Fielding is with Eddie Hearn,
Mm-hmm.
So
and we still have that question regarding whether or not it's going to be on ESPN or The Zone or Showtime or even Facebook too.
Yeah.
So my thing is, it'll be interesting what Golden Boy is going to be doing on that undercard.
Yeah.
Because they do have opponents that they could stack up that card. They could, again, stack it up with Mungai and David Lemieux.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, too, it looks like December is going to be a good month.
Yeah.
You have Tyson Fury versus Wilder. The next week, you got Lomachenko versus Pedraza.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following week on the 15th, you got this fight right here, Canelo. And I believe the following week, Joseph Parker is going to fight.
Yeah. It's gonna be December.
Yeah.
It's gonna be stacked. Yeah, can't wait to see who they put in this.
Undercard.
Yeah. I mean the opponents for Munguia and for Lemieux. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Lemieux there. So that'd be interesting.
Chocolatito.
Chocolatito, come back.
Yeah, and just I guess a couple names that I recognize are Callum Smith. This guy lost by technical knockout to him, and before that he beat Brian Vera by technical knockout.
Yeah, I mean he lost to
so
Callum
he's,
Smith.
27-1.
Yeah, Callum Smith is the guy that just won the world boxing, tournament. And he's the guy that knocked out George Groves. I would have been very impressed if Canelo would have taken on that guy, the actual champion. That would have been, my respects. But,
we'll
you said, Joe, he is in the driver's seat. He does decide who he wants to fight, and you can't really knock him off based on his, who he's fought.
And we don't know what network this is gonna be on, right?
Yeah.
Not
You
yet.
know yet. All right.
We did say
tuned.
that HBO might want to pick up Canelo's last fight.
Yeah.
Correct?
It has to be on regular HBO, I'm guessing.
No, it's going to be probably on pay-per-view for
Oh.
sure.
I mean, anything that's Canelo has to be
It has to be
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be bad.
That's the only point.
That's the only point, yeah. That HBO would want to pick him up. All right. And you guys, any final thoughts?
No, I'm just disappointed.
He could have fought Joe Saunders at 160,
Ooh.
but he has to move up.
Yeah.
Because what happened to Saunders?
What happened? What? Billy. So Billy got stripped. Oh no, he didn't get stripped. He
Was about to be stripped.
He was about to be stripped, and he vacated the title
For the reason of what again?
for testing positive.
For illegal substances.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically speaking?
So, yeah, let me pull this up.
Cocaine. And didn't he get caught with something else too? No, he
Let's
got
see.
caught with PEDs, right?
Yeah, he got caught with a substance that I
Yeah.
guess your adrenaline goes really, high octane.
Yeah, I don't think he got caught with cocaine. That was the other video, right? That was just a little.
That was something
Yeah, that
else.
was
Yeah.
something else.
But still,
That's not bit. We're talking about Benavides.
Yeah, he got banned with the stimulant, oxylofrine, and so yeah, I mean, what I found odd is that the European doping kind of cleared him,
yeah.
right? And so that's kind of fishy. Okay, like home base is gonna clear you, but
Then America.
America is like, nah, that's not flying here. And
Where
so
was he supposed to fight?
Which
in
one? This one?
Yeah.
In Boston.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, shit.
Massachusetts. So it was the Massachusetts.
Yeah, they don't play.